Stop everything because Chrisean Rock just flipped the entire internet upside down with a statement no one expected. After weeks of swirling rumors, paparazzi photos, and messy fan theories about her new man, Chrisean has finally spoken out about her connection with rapper HoodTrophy Bino. And let's just say her words shocked everyone. With cameras flashing and fans begging for answers, Chrisean looked straight into the lens and declared, "We're just friends. Nothing serious, but hold on. If it's really nothing serious, then why have the two been spotted together at late-night parties, cozy dinners, and even leaving hotels at sunrise? Why are insiders leaking details about private dates and romantic moments? And why does Bino himself keep dropping hints in his lyrics that sound like subliminal messages about Chrisean?" The internet is torn in half. Some fans are buying Chrisean's explanation, saying she deserves time to heal and just have fun after her roller coaster with Blueface. Others, though, they're calling her out, claiming she's lying to protect herself, or worse, playing games with both Bino and her fanbase. But here's the real bombshell. Insiders are whispering that this Just Friends label might be a cover-up for something way deeper. And if the truth comes out, it could spark a whole new wave of chaos in Chrisean's already messy world. So, is Chrisean keeping it real or keeping a secret? Stay locked in, because what you're about to hear will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about this so-called friendship. To really grasp why Chrisean Rock's recent statement has fans spiraling, you've got to rewind the messy, unpredictable, and headline-dominating journey that has defined her life for the past few years. Because trust me when Chrisean says nothing serious, it's never as simple as it sounds. Chrisean Rock has always lived in the spotlight of chaos. From her explosive relationship with rapper Blueface, to her viral meltdowns, to her public struggles with love, loyalty, and betrayal, she's become one of the most talked about figures in hip-hop culture. People don't just watch Chrisean, they analyze, dissect, and obsess over her every move. And let's not forget, her roller coaster romance with Blueface wasn't just a relationship. It was an entire storyline that played out on Instagram Lives, reality TV cameras, and endless Twitter threads for years. Fans watched her and Blueface tear each other apart in public, only to come back together like magnets. The highs were wild, the lows were dangerous, and the drama was nonstop. There were fights, breakups, reconciliations, even a child in the mix, baby Jr., who became part of the narrative whether he wanted to or not. And for many fans, Chrisean's entire identity became tied to that volatile love story. So when whispers started swirling about a new man in her life, rapper HoodTrophy Bino, people immediately perked up. Bino, for those who don't know, is no stranger to the spotlight himself. With a rising career, a flashy persona, and a reputation for living fast, he seemed like exactly the kind of figure Chrisean might gravitate toward. The first time they were spotted together at a Hollywood event, cameras went off like fireworks. Fans speculated instantly. Was Chrisean finally moving on from Blueface? The sightings didn't stop there. They were seen leaving a club together at 3 a.m., spotted having dinner in Beverly Hills, and even photographed leaving what looked suspiciously like the same hotel. Social media erupted with theories. Some fans were excited, saying Chrisean deserved happiness after everything she'd endured with Blueface. Others warned her not to repeat the cycle of messy public romances. But the speculation hit its peak when Bino's filth began dropping what many believed were hints. In one of his freestyles, he rapped about a woman who had a baby but still rocked the spotlight. Fans immediately connected the dots to Chrisean. Comments flooded his posts. "He's talking about rock. It's official now. Blueface is about to lose his mind." And yet, through all of this, Chrisean stayed mostly quiet until now, facing the cameras. She finally broke her silence and downplayed the entire thing with just 4 words. "We're just friends." But here's why fans aren't buying it. Chrisean has a history of downplaying relationships until the truth comes crashing out. Back in the early days of Blueface, she denied they were a couple, even as she was tattooing his face on her neck. She called him a friend, even while fighting with his exes and moving into his house. That's why when she says Bino is nothing serious, people hear echoes of the same pattern. Insiders are feeding the fire too. One source close to the pair told a popular blog, "They may not be official, but it's definitely more than just friends. They're together constantly and there's chemistry you can't fake." Another claimed Bino has been telling people privately that he and Chrisean are seeing where it goes, which sounds a whole lot more serious than nothing. And here's the wild card. Blueface himself. He hasn't stayed silent either. After the rumors of Chrisean and Bino heated up, Blueface allegedly took to Twitter with a cryptic post. It's be the ones you least expect. Fans instantly assumed he was throwing shade at Rock and Bino. And the replies turned into a war zone. Some defended Chrisean, saying Blueface had no right to talk after the chaos he put her through. Others claimed Chrisean was clout dating to get revenge. The truth is, Chrisean Rock is at a crossroads. After years of messy, toxic drama with Blueface, she's trying to reclaim her independence. Saying nothing serious might be her way of protecting herself from being dragged into another tabloid nightmare. Or it might be a smokescreen to keep fans guessing until she's ready to make things official with Bino. But one thing is clear. The internet isn't letting this go anytime soon. With every photo, every lyric, and every cryptic post, the speculation only grows. And the fact that Chrisean has a history of letting the truth spill in the most explosive way possible means fans are sitting on the edge of their seats, waiting for the next meltdown reveal or confrontation. Because let's be real, when it comes to Chrisean Rock, nothing is ever truly nothing serious. The storm hit when Chrisean's Just Friends statement collided head-on with the mountain of evidence suggesting otherwise. Fans weren't buying it, blogs weren't buying it, and the industry. They were whispering behind closed doors that this so-called friendship was about to blow up into something a lot more dangerous. It started with a single paparazzi video. Late one Friday night, Chrisean and Bino were spotted leaving a club together in West Hollywood. At first, it seemed casual just two artists in the same circle walking side by side. But then the cameras caught it. Bino sliding his arm around Chrisean's waist as she laughed and leaned into him. The clip hit the blogs by morning, and the internet went wild. Just friends don't hold each other like that. She's lying again. This is Blueface 2.0 all. Over Bino looks way too comfortable. Hashtags like hashtag Chris, EAN and BINO, and hashtag not just friends trended within hours. TikTok creators dissected the video frame by frame, pointing out her body language, his smirk, the way she whispered something in his ear before covering her mouth to hide a laugh. It didn't look like friendship. Looked like chemistry. Then came the alleged leaked text messages. A gossip page posted screenshots said to be from Bino's phone, showing him telling a friend, "Yeah, we chillin'. She cool. It's fun right now. Nothing too heavy, but you know how it is." Another message read, "I like her energy, bro. She different?" Whether real or fake, the screenshots added fuel to the fire. And fans went into full-on investigation mode. But the first major twist. Blueface decided to jump into the chaos. Blueface, never one to stay quiet when Chrisean's name trends, allegedly tweeted late at night, "Friends, I bet y'all see the same video I see." The shade was obvious and the replies were brutal. Some fans, and here's where the story takes a darker turn. Another leak suggested that Bino isn't just a casual fling. He's been helping Chrisean with personal struggles, offering her stability she hasn't had in years. Insiders claim he's been around Baby Jr., even playing the cool uncle role. This revelation was huge because if Bino is truly spending time with her son, then the nothing serious label crumbles completely. Fans reacted instantly. If he's around your kid, serious. She lying to protect him from Blueface's drama. The internet chaos spilled into the music too. Bino posted a cryptic snippet on Instagram where he rapped. She said it's nothing. But we know the deal/feelings too loud. They hard to conceal. Fans flooded the comments, tagging Chrisean and spamming blue and baby emojis. It felt like a confirmation, even though no names were mentioned. Chrisean, meanwhile, tried to double down. She posted a story with the caption, "Y'all be doing too much." Not every vibe gotta be a relationship. I'm living, I'm laughing, I'm chilling. Period. But her attempt to downplay it only made things worse. Fans accused her of gaslighting the situation, saying her words didn't match her actions. The major conflict was now crystal clear. Chrisean wanted to paint this as casual, but her actions, the leaks, and Blueface's meddling all told a different story. And the first shocking twist was undeniable. This wasn't just a new rumor. This was a full-blown triangle. Chrisean stuck in the middle, Bino trying to play it cool, and Blueface refusing to let go of control. But here's where it gets even more twisted. Insiders claim Chrisean's team is terrified this storyline will derail her brand. They wanted her to look strong, independent, and moving forward, but instead, she's caught in another messy entanglement. And the world is watching every move. And the question hanging in the air is this. Is Chrisean protecting herself by saying, just friends? Or is she hiding the truth to avoid another Blueface level meltdown? Because if this nothing serious turns out to be very serious, the backlash could be bigger than anything she's faced before. The drama didn't just simmer after Blueface's comments. Sit exploded into a full-on public frenzy. What was supposed to be a simple clarification from Chrisean, just friends. Nothing serious had now morphed into one of the most chaotic love triangles hip-hop had seen in years. And the escalation. It came in the form of receipts, celebrity shade, and one shocking reveal that turned everything upside down. It started when a popular gossip blog dropped photos, allegedly, showing Chrisean and Bino together on a weekend getaway in Malibu. The pictures weren't blurry paparazzi shots. They were clear, intimate, and telling. In one photo, Chrisean was seen lying across Bino's lap as he scrolled on his phone. In another, the two were spotted laughing while sharing a blanket on a private beach. The headline screamed, "Just friends" or "Secret lovers." Chrisean and Bino's cozy Malibu escape. Fans immediately lost their minds. The comment sections flooded with disbelief. Nothing serious. Girl, this looks serious. She said the same thing about Blueface in the beginning. Why do they always end up in hotels and vacations if it's nothing? But the biggest escalation came when Blueface, clearly triggered, decided to go scorched earth. He posted a now-deleted tweet that read, "Funny how she always says just friends until she'll need that paternity test." Y'all don't know the half that one line sent shockwaves through the culture? Was Blueface implying that Chrisean's friendship with Bino overlapped with their messy timeline? Fans immediately connected dots that may or may not have been there, sparking wild theories about Baby Junior's paternity all over again. Chrisean, furious, clapped back with an Instagram live that went viral. With tears in her eyes and anger in her voice, she said, "Blueface need to stop speaking on me. He don't own me, he don't control me, and he damn sure don't get to decide who I call my friend. Y'all always twisting my life into some drama. I said me and Bino cool, and that's it." But here's the kicker. During the live, fans spotted Bino himself in the background chilling on her couch. He didn't say a word, but the fact that he was there was enough to set the internet ablaze. TikTok clips of the moment went viral with captions like, "Just friends hanging out in the background." And this friendship built different. The shocking reveal, however, came a few days later. And it wasn't from Chrisean or Blueface. It was from Bino himself in a freestyle video uploaded to his Instagram. Bino dropped bars that sounded way too close to home. "She'll say it's light, but I feel the flame. Got me around the lil one. Know his name? Ain't trying to rush, but it's more than a vibe. If you knew the truth, you'd see through the lies." Fans went crazy. He just admitted he'd been around Baby Junior, and once again, the conversation shifted. If Bino was spending time with her son, how could it possibly be nothing serious? Celebrities began chiming in. Summer Walker tweeted, "Ladies, if you're around your kid, it's serious. Don't play yourself." Tamar Braxton posted a shady story. "Nothing serious always ends up serious in Hollywood." Even Cardi B liked a comment under a Shade Room post that read, "This ain't friendship, this is a situationship." Meanwhile, Blueface doubled down with another diss. On a live stream, he said, "Bino, just next up in line. She calling it Friends, 'cause she embarrassed? Same movie, different actor. Y'all gon' see? His smugness only made things worse. Because fans started taking sides hashtag Team BINO, hashtag Team Blue, hashtag Team Rock. The wildest twist. A leaked DM surfaced from an anonymous account claiming to be one of Chrisean's close friends. The DM alleged that Chrisean was keeping things quiet because she didn't want to give Blueface any legal ammo for their custody drama. According to the leak, she don't want to say it's serious because then Blue gonna use it in court to say she unstable, moving men in and out. But the truth is, she feeling Bino heavy. This reveal flipped the narrative yet again. Suddenly, fans weren't accusing Chrisean of lying for clout. They were sympathizing with her, saying she was protecting herself and her child. But others still weren't convinced, calling the Just Friends line another example of Chrisean downplaying until it explodes. Later, the escalation reached its peak when TMZ ran a headline. Chrisean Rock's friendship with HoodTrophyBino sparks custody concerns. Lawyers even weighed in on talk shows, discussing whether introducing a new man to baby Junior so early could hurt her chances in court. The situation had spiraled far beyond music, and gossip it was now, threatening her family's stability. And here's the cliffhanger that has everyone on edge. Insiders are whispering that Blueface is preparing to file new legal paperwork, citing Chrisean's connection with Bino as evidence of instability. If that happens, this nothing serious friendship could turn into the most serious fight of her life. When Chrisean Rock speaks, the world listens, but when her actions contradict her words, the internet absolutely combusts. And that's exactly what happened after the Malibu photos. The freestyle lyrics and Blueface's never-ending shade. The public reaction was nothing short of a digital war zone, with fans, celebrities, and media outlets taking sides in one of the messiest debates of the year. Twitter was the first battlefield. Within minutes of the TMZ custody headline dropping, hashtags like hashtag Chris EANNBINO, hashtag Not Just Friends, and hashtag Protect Baby Jr. began trending worldwide. One viral tweet with 80,000 likes read, "If Bino is really just a friend, why is he around the baby? Stop playing with us, Rock." Another post fired back with equal heat, "Y'all need to let this girl live. After everything Blueface put her through, she deserves to laugh, to heal, to vibe. Not every man she sits next to gotta be her man." The arguments got so intense that even fan accounts for unrelated celebrities started weighing in. A Nicki Minaj stan account posted, "Rock giving the same energy as when she said Blue wasn't her man. History repeats." Meanwhile, a Beyoncé fan account defended her, writing, "Y'all mad a young mom got a friend? That's insane." But it wasn't just the fans. Celebrities and influencers dove headfirst into the debate. Summer Walker doubled down on her earlier comments, tweeting again, "If you're letting a man around your child, that's a relationship. Period." Ari Fletcher added fuel with a shady post, "Somebody lying, but it ain't the camera roll." On the flip side, Tamar Braxton went live on Instagram to defend Chrisean, saying, "Listen, y'all want her to suffer forever? She young, she single, she a mama. She can have friends, lovers, whatever she'll want. The problem ain't rockets, everybody clocking her every move." Tamar's words trended on TikTok, with clips of her live racking up millions of views. Meanwhile, radio shows picked up the drama. On The Breakfast Club, Charlamagne Tha God said, "This is what happens when your whole love life plays out online. Chrisean might be telling the truth about being just friends, but perception is reality. And right now, perception is that she moved on." And then came the wildest twist in the public reaction. Rapper responses, HoodTrophy Bino's name started popping up in bars from other rappers, with subliminals flying left and right. One underground rapper tweeted, "Clout chasing is at an all-time high. Some of y'all playing daddy for likes." Fans speculated the shot was aimed squarely at Bino. Meanwhile, Blueface continued his trolling spree, reposting memes of himself labeled as the original and Bino labeled the rebound. But Bino wasn't silent either. He went live on IG, cool and collected, saying, "I ain't with the internet games. Rock is my friend, she cool, and that's all y'all need to know. Stop making it more than what it is." The irony. He was live from Chrisean's house. Fans instantly spotted the decor in the background, matching earlier photos. The comments section went nuclear. "So you just friends, but you at her crib again?" This live is the confirmation she tried to deny. The industry reaction wasn't just gossip turned into think pieces. Online magazines like Complex and XXL ran features debating whether Chrisean's brand could survive another public entanglement. One piece read, "For Chrisean, every relationship becomes content. The question is, will her career outlast the chaos, or will the chaos define her?" Meanwhile, the fan base fractured. Some diehard supporters rallied under hashtags like #LetRockLive and #RockDeservesPeace, insisting she had every right to enjoy her life without constant scrutiny. But critics were ruthless, claiming she was being reckless by involving her child in friendships that looked more like romances. And then came the real curveball celebrity mothers chiming in. Amber Rose posted, "Ladies, you can date whoever, but keep your kids out of it until you KNOW. Trust me, Cardi B liked multiple tweets defending Chrisean's right to move on, sparking speculation that she was quietly backing her. Even Black China jumped in with a cryptic post. Friends or more, people gone judge either way. Do you?" The reactions split the culture down the middle. For some, Chrisean was once again the victim of misogyny, dragged for living her life while Blueface was applauded for moving on with multiple women. For others, she was reckless, repeating the same cycle of chaos while trying to downplay it with a nothing serious excuse. And through all of it, Chrisean stayed firm on her line, "We're just friends." But the public wasn't convinced, and neither was Blueface, who insiders claim is gearing up for a massive legal move to use all this against her in court. The public's verdict? Still split? But the firestorm they've created ensures one thing: the next twist in this saga will hit harder than ever. Just when the internet thought this saga couldn't possibly get messier, the final twist came crashing down, and it left fans stunned, confused, and desperate for answers. Late one night, a blog posted a shocking video allegedly showing HoodTrophyBino and Chrisean in what looked like a heated argument outside of a recording studio. In the grainy clip, Chrisean could be heard shouting, "I told you we can't make it official right now," while Bino threw his hands up, visibly frustrated. At one point, she even yelled, "I gotta protect my baby first." The video ended with Chrisean storming off and Bino shaking his head. That single clip sent the internet into meltdown. Fans flooded Twitter with theories, so it is serious. But she doesn't want to admit it publicly. Protect her baby. What does Bino have to do with that? She's hiding something big. Then came the bombshell leak. A DM allegedly from someone close to Bino claimed that he and Chrisean had already been together for months. But she was intentionally downplaying it to avoid giving Blueface ammunition in their ongoing custody drama. The message read, "She loves him, but she can't let the world know yet. It's deeper than just friends." The internet froze. Suddenly, Chrisean's words, "nothing serious," felt less like denial and more like damage control. And here's where things spiraled further. Blueface allegedly caught wind of the video and responded with a cryptic post. "Told y'all she can't help herself. Same script, different actor. Ain't nothing new." Fans went wild, claiming Blueface was hinting that Chrisean was falling into the same pattern as before: messy, public, and destructive. But the real cliffhanger? An insider leak suggested that Blueface is preparing to file new court paperwork, citing Bino's involvement in Chrisean's life as proof that she's unstable and exposing Baby Jr. to unnecessary drama. If true, this could trigger a whole new legal battle that makes everything we've seen so far look like child's play. And yet, through it all, Chrisean remains silent. No statements, no clarifications, no explanations. Just cryptic posts on her Instagram like "God got me. No weapon formed shall prosper." Fans are divided. Some see her silence as strength, others see it as guilt. So here we are, standing at the edge of a cliff. On one side, Chrisean insists it's nothing serious. On the other, the evidence, the leaks, and even her own slip-ups suggest it's very serious. And looming in the background is Blueface, ready to pounce with legal threats that could change everything for her and her child. The biggest question now, is Chrisean hiding the truth to protect her family? Or is she once again caught in the chaos of her own making? Because if these leaks are real, if Blueface really makes his move, this isn't just about Chrisean and Bino anymore. This is about her future, her motherhood, and whether she can finally escape the cycle of toxic love that has defined her for years. And trust me, the next chapter of this story is going to be darker, louder, and more explosive than anyone is ready for. And there you have it, what started as a simple statement, just friends, nothing serious, has turned into one of the most explosive dramas we've seen from Chrisean Rock yet. From Malibu Beach escapes to leaked freestyles. From Blueface's constant shade to insider spilling tea about custody battles. This situation is no longer just about friendship. It's about truth, lies, and the fight for control over her own narrative. But here's the part where I turn it to you. What do you think? Do you believe Chrisean when she says it's nothing serious? Or do you think she's hiding the truth to protect herself and her baby from Blueface's wrath? Is HoodTrophyBino really just a friend? Or has he already stepped into a role much bigger than she's willing to admit? And let's talk about Blueface. Does he have a point? Or is he just jealous that Rock is finally moving on without him? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now, because I know this is going to divide the room. Are you #Team Rock, supporting her right to live her life however she wants? Are you #Team Bino, rooting for him to be the calm and stability she's been needing? Or are you secretly #Team Blue, convinced that he knows Chrisean's patterns better than anyone else? And don't forget, this story isn't over. With whispers of new court filings, insiders hinting at even deeper secrets, and Bino himself dropping bars that sound like confessions. The next chapter is guaranteed to shake everything up all over again. So smash that like button if you're ready for the next twist. Hit subscribe so you don't miss a single update. And turn those notifications on, because when the next bombshell drops, you'll want to be the first to hear it. This isn't just gossip. This is history unfolding in real time. History unfolding in real time.